remember, my Flicks to Click fans, as Charles put his wife's aunties in their place. After a Night in July by Omoni Oboli, it deserves an award. This movie by Miss Oboli should be shown at marriage and counseling conferences, even marriage symposiums. Yes, I said it too, because we all know, or should I say, some of us don't know, that real love doesn't unfold on the wedding day. That's not it. Real love is tested. Real love is tried. It is a trial. Real love and real marriages, they are trials. They are molded in midnight cries. And real love is shaped by the storms that follow. What does this mean? My Flicks to Click fans. This means that this After a Night in July by Omoni Oboli will definitely have a sequel, because as we are loving the way that Charles stood up for his wife at dinner, again, with her crazy aunties, we just can't help but think of how Helen, his wife, considered herself to be so independent. Helen was feeling like, yeah, she's cool, she's independent, she can do everything by herself. But at the same time, she didn't know that she was destroying her marriage. But in spite of everything, Charles loved Helen. He stood up with and for his wife, especially against Laura and those evil Helen's aunts. Hey, this kind of love, the kind of love that these two people share, in the end, it is exactly what many of us are looking for. I'll say it again, that the chemistry on screen with Esodike and Uche Montana, it is unmatched. Yes, it is really unmatched, because Another Night in July by Omoni Oboli is a film that gives real insights into how, without healing ourselves, we can destroy a blessing. That blessing being marriage, the perfect marriage, the near perfect marriage. Without healing, we can destroy a blessing by remaining focused on our past mistakes, the accidents of our journey in life, and the rejections that we experienced in the past. And I see that Uche Montana, in this Another Night in July, she found herself stuck in a reality that she had neither wanted nor planned, and even worked for, even despite all the gifts and all the attention that her husband, Esodike, was giving her. Another Night in July also reminds us that After a Night in July is not only a love story, it is also a traumatic event from which this actress, Helen, played by Uche Montana, was feeling violated, she was feeling rejected, she was feeling humiliated, all without knowing this. She had to take the time to heal, something that even a marriage proposal by the most handsome of all men still can never resolve. As we come to thank Omoni Oboli for this second installment of Another Night in July, I think it was more realistic than the first part of this movie called A Night in July. Because some of us have been unlucky in relationships. So we pray that we all end up with men who are intentional, just like Esodike, played by Charles, and men who know what they want, men who are ready to love us for who we really are. Another Night in July is a story, not just a movie, and it has morals and education. This story is for everybody, both the singles, both the couples, the families, because we know, my Flicks to Click fans, that women carry a lot on their heads, even if they don't show it. They try to be strong without knowing it, and this can actually damage them. This husband's role, Charles' role, needless to say, this husband's role was very inspiring and educational. Yes, he is head of the home. Oh. Yes, so. He is strong. Oh. Yes, so. He is the breadwinner. Oh. Yes, so. He is rich. Oh. But he never humiliates his wife. He knows her so well and what her presence adds to his life. He told her, remember, he told his wife, Helen, played by Uche Montana, that it is our house. It is our new house, in your name and everything. Charles' patience and calmness helped his wife, Helen, to work on her trauma. And we just love how Helen put her mother in her place. This mama, hey, mommy, you just can't come to say sorry and say that I should forgive you. And then you think that now everything will be all right with us? Omo, hey, all the actors in Another Night in July, man, they were masterpieces. And I know that my Flicks to Click fans, some of us will ask at the beginning of the movie, that when we now see Uche Montana as Helen, at the beginning of the movie Another Night in July, we will ask ourselves that, why are some moments so unhappy in this woman's life? A woman who has a doting husband, who is being spoilt, who has a beautiful new baby, but this woman still finds reasons to be unhappy. Indeed, my Flicks to Click fans, in Another Night in July, we realize that an unhappy childhood trauma is a terrible thing indeed. Uche, you try, take your flowers, you hear? Hey, because people deal with all kinds of trauma, and communication is always key. And these people may just need professional help. As a young married woman, this is what marriage is all about. Marriage is all about working through things, communicating, and working through your marriage so that your marriage can come out beautiful at the end of the day. My Flicks to Click fans, do you know all the signs and symptoms of an abusive partner? If you don't know, I'm going to pin a free download in the comment section just below this video. Download it to know all the signs and symptoms of an abusive partner to help yourself, your family, humanity. And if you enjoyed this, my live critical review of Another Night in July by Omoni Oboli TV, click like, watch the next video, and I'll see you again very soon to give you another in-depth critical review of Another Night in July. Mwah. Love you all.